All right, there we go. That's a lot better. Okay, we're here. Let's take a look at Zoe's move list, okay? Here we go. So, Zooey, first and foremost, who she is. She's basically, I really don't know exactly the terms of who she is. Maybe somebody in the chat will point it out to me. But as of right now, all I know is that she's a chick she's a primal beast or a primal being that is very powerful, multiple forms. She has dragons who actually are a part of her. They can do a whole bunch of stuff like transform into Megazords, all that good stuff. She wears a sword and shield, but she also has multiple other weapons in the actual mobage. But they gave her, I think, her grand form, which is this form right here. This is basically like the highest level Zooey from what I understand. Primal Beast of Order. There we go. So yeah, she's a primal beast, which she's freaking dope. D and Lee are her wyverns, by the way, or her dragons. They were named after V. Let's take a look at the move list. First and foremost, we're gonna take a look at the first one called Call Wyvern, Immortal Thrust. Lee flies forward like a projectile. Lee will stay on the field after this, and this ability can be used as long as Zooey still has Wyvern Gauge available. So she's going to have Wyvern Gauge. Similarly to how puppets work in BlazBlue, actually. You can utilize puppets, send them out, do your bidding, as long as you maintain meter for the freaking puppet. Same concept here. She can send out she's basically going to be similarly to a puppet character. Sending out, well, she has to manage similarly to a puppet character. So she has to send out the wyverns. When she sends them out, they do things that's going to take up meter. I don't know how the meter system will work. I don't know if it's like draining over time or if it's like takes a chunk, one wyvern move at a time. But either way, that's the first one. The second one's going to be same exact thing from the first special move, but this is another variation of it called Call Wyvern Breath. Lee breathes fire, causing a flame pillar to erupt. This pillar hits multiple times, and if the opponent blocks it, Zooey can set up her offense. Lee will stay on the field and can be used as long as Zooey still has Wyvern Gauge available. Same exact concept, but this time just with a ginormous fire pillar instead of just a physical attack. So he, instead of using himself as a projectile, he actually breathes out projectiles. So, which is really nice. Multiple hits, fire pillar, just like that. That can set up some nasty set play, I imagine. This set play god, dude. A set play god. I can already see it, man. So that's the breath. The third one, damn, look at this freaking move, dude. This one's called Sweeping Thrust from Call Wyvern, which is the special move. Lee shoots a beam. It covers a wide area, and is excellent at long range. When the opponent is cornered, Lee will stay on the field and can be used as long as Zooey still has Wyvern Gauge available. Yeah, that's pretty much the general consensus. So for all these moves with Call Wyvern special, the Call Wyvern special move, as long as you still have Wyvern Gauge, the freaking dragon will stay on the field. And yeah, this one looks pretty interesting. This reminds me of freaking Goku, like GT Goku assist. Freaking fly, like, dude, this is going to cover a large amount of freaking screen. This is going to be a good way to approach. I'm not sure. I can probably find it in the trailer to see if it shoots upward at a 45-degree angle only or if it sweeps up. I think it sweeps up. I think it goes from straight to 45, from 90 to 45. So I think that's going to be the case. Wow. So pretty freaking good, man. Like I said, she reminds me a little bit of Ramlethal. All right, next up is going to be Spinning Slash. This is a physical move of hers, where Zooey actually attacks. Zooey's rushing attack. The square, or the light version, is fast, but travels a short distance. The medium version is slower, but travels further. Ray Strike and Bisection can be performed as follow-ups. And I imagine those are moves that are coming up right now. They're probably follow-ups. Well, it says it right here, but it's basically you can do follow-ups off of this move. But yeah, I think it's similarly to like Jita's like Rekka, where the light version is fast, but it travels a short distance, and the medium version is a little bit farther. Might be safe. Who knows if that's the case though. Either way, that's a physical attack. Let's still go over the follow-ups off of the Spin Slash. The first one's going to be Ray Strike. That's a cool looking move. One possible follow-up to Spinning Slash. It hits low, it comes out fast, and naturally combos off of Spinning Slash. Here's the thing with Ray Strike. That's really good. If she has an overhead option, which she does, or universal overhead, man, set play goddess, man. Set play goddess. So this hits low, basically. It's probably unsafe as hell if you block it, though. If you have a dragon out, then it's safe, I imagine. All right, the next follow-up is going to be Bisection, the other follow-up to Spinning Slash, and it launches on hit. Be warned, the light and medium version of Spinning Slash do not naturally combo into Bisection. So this is a slower move that launches, but it's a mid. So this is probably something that you can do like off counter hit, probably, or maybe as a combo filler. That could be a thing as well. Either way, I don't know if it's safe. I can't see this being safe. So this is going to be situational, Bisection, I should say. But either way, she has two follow-ups off of Spinning Slash, which is, of course, the Ray Strike, which is a low, and Bisection. So basically, she can do, like, if it's fast enough, she can do, like, Spinning Slash and then stop universal overhead while the dragon, like, breathes on you. Or you can do, like, Ray Strike and get a low and get a combo off of it. Pretty crazy, man. Okay, so that's that move. That's Bisection. These are the two follow-ups, and this is the actual move itself. Pretty freaking sweet, actually. Next up, we have Spinning Slash air version. This is the air version of Spinning Slash. So this one is a Spinning Slash that jumps up, then dives. The move breaks right in front of the opponent, so it's unlikely to cross up. Even up close, it doesn't cross up. The triangle, the medium and heavy version of the move, have a hitbox on the way up and are useful in combos or as an anti-air. Anyways, this is basically the aerial version, which can come out pretty significantly fast. Use it for combos, for wall bounces, or something like that. But I can only see it being used as combo fill until further notice. So yeah, it's Spin Slash Air. Nothing much to say about it. So until we get more of the game, so I don't have too much to say about it. Next is going to be Thunder. Wow. Thunder. Zooey thrusts her sword into the ground and summons a lightning strike. The light version, medium version, and heavy version each summon a different lightning from different ranges. This is cool. Because basically she has zoning, but not traditional zoning. Or it can be even more set play, depending on how fast it is. I think it's a faster, because if it's slower, if she summons the lightning and she can act out of it quickly, then it's set play. But if she summons the lightning relatively quick from you inputting the motion, then it's used for zoning. That's freaking cool, man, because it comes from the freaking air, not from across. So it could be useful for certain matchups, but remember that some projectiles, even if they're hits, will still come out and hit you. So I think it can be useful for certain situations, and it can be not as useful for others. Okay, that's a pretty interesting concept for the character, though. That's really cool looking, though. I think EX like fills the entire screen or something like that. Or I don't know, something like that. Anyways, Thunder, pretty cool move. Aerial Thunder. We actually saw this in the trailer, and I'm pretty sure this was when she was fighting against Avatar in the trailer. Zooey shoots lightning from the air to the ground. Then the light version shoots close to her. The medium shoots mid-range. Heavy shoots 2 lightning bolts. Wow, that's cool, man. So yeah, this is cool, man. Electricity and stuff? Freaking dope, dude. I didn't know she was like electrical, you know. She's an electricity airbender, or freaking she's a lightning bender. I don't know. What else can I say, dude? Anyways, yeah, from the air, that's pretty awesome, man. Makes zoning more effective. Convergence. So, Zooey charges up the Wyvern gauge used in the Call Wyvern specials. But this is how she charges up her dragons. The longer she holds the button, the more Wyvern gauge she recovers. So she can actually, you know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Tsubaki in BlazBlue Central Fiction. She had a mechanic where she would have to fill up a special meter for her to do specific moves or enhanced moves. And it's separate from her traditional meter. So this reminds me a lot of that. I'm wondering, one thing that I'm really wondering about is how fast she can recover out of it. Like if it takes a while for her to, if it's like a risk to be able to charge this meter unless they're knocked down, then that could be a problem. But if it's relatively quick, similar to Tsubaki's, like she can even cancel specific things into her charge up, and then that would make her really, really cool. That would make her extremely, extremely fun. Like Zooey, that makes me excited if they actually go through with that concept. That's cool. All right, so that's her unique action. Next up, unique action A. So she's not done with her unique actions. An invincible attack that Zooey can perform after convergence. If it hits, the enemy is knocked back a significant distance and she gains a large amount of Wyvern gauge. Wow. So this is a move out of her convergence. Wow. So she, not only can she like charge up her Wyvern meter, but she can do follow-ups off of it. So yeah, last wish, an invincible attack, and she gains a ton of Wyvern meter. So I have never seen a move like this. I don't think you can use it as a reversal because you have to go into convergence to be able to access this move, and convergence isn't invincible. So this is probably a move that you can utilize for certain situations. I don't know what. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but you can't use it as a reversal, I don't think. So we'll see when the game comes out, or when the character comes out. Next up is going to be her Skart. Gamma Ray, and you guys called it. Gamma Ray is her Skart, which is cool. An invincible technique launches the enemy in the air with an uppercut and follows up with Gamma Ray. The uppercut travels pretty far, so it's useful for mid-range counterattacks and interrupts. So it has, you know what this reminds me of? Charlotta's Super Skart, where she like summons a pillar. I'm wondering how fast this is going to be. So this is going to definitely be more of a like a reversal slash combo ender super instead of like a interrupter. What I mean by that is that there's certain supers that have a lot of horizontal range that you can interrupt like fake block strings with. Like when, for example, Catalina does 2M into Fireball, you can have certain supers go through that Fireball. This is mostly going to be for interrupting anti-airs, and because it looks like it hits both sides and it really has a lot of range vertically. So that's cool, man. That's cool, and I guess that's a reference to Gundam right here. I'm not a big Gundam fan, so. All right, next up, Super Skart. Armageddon, it's called. Basically, Grand Order. So, Zooey reveals her true form as the Grand Order and rushes toward with some invincibility. I actually have this summon in the Mobich, which is cool. Cool to see in Versus. It rushes forward some invincibility. It has a huge hitbox and can be used for long-range counterattacks or combos. So that same thing I was telling you about, a lot of horizontal range to interrupt fake block strings, she can do it with Super Skart. So, Grand Order, and it looks freaking badass, too. So, she's like a dragon centaur. She, like, mounts on top of the freaking dragon's head. The Megazord. I don't know, some nonsense like that, dude. Freaking weird, man. Either way, that's pretty much all of Zooey's normal moves. Her special moves. So now we have a little bit of more of a concept as to what she does and what her moves are like. Let's talk about some of the things that I am concerned with and some of the things that I'm 100% super excited about. The things I'm excited about is the set play. Wyverns is really, really cool. I like the fact that we're putting in a little bit more risque characters, and this is a more risque character because this set play like this can be freaking stupid and bork. But I think they're kind of managing it with her not having a reversal, a command grab, or anything else of that sort. I need to know what her normals are. Her normals are another very important thing to look at. So when the character comes out, we'll take a look at her normals. But I want to talk about her Wyverns real quick. Like, the Fire Pillar is such a freaking fantastic move, especially if it's multi-hitting. That is so cool, man. This right here as well can be used as a good neutral tool to get in on the opponents. Like, legit, just send out the dragon, you freaking run in, and done. Bam, done. It's over. And it goes full screen, it looks like. The only thing is you have to protect the dragon. I wonder if you can actually hit the dragon out of it. Like, if she sends out the dragon, you can hit him out. Similar to how you can hit out Tommy and Sam with the Wayne brothers. That's something else I'm concerned about. This is another one, too, because this also can coexist with her Wyvern, which is pretty much do a Rekka type move, which has a low follow-up, or you can go for the universal overhead and you can get set play that way, which is really, really cool. And then she's got different zoning tools and also a very interesting charge mechanic that I think will be really, really cool if incorporated properly. Overall, Zoe's gonna be freaking badass, dude. She'll be mostly, if I can put a character, I think she's gonna mostly be like Ramlethal because of how she uses her swords, but she's more meter heavy. So maybe Ramlethal with a mixture of Tsubaki. We'll see though. There's a specific requirement that you need for you to be like tournament viable. Well, like everybody's tournament viable. I mean top tier, but it doesn't really matter because she brings a new dynamic to the game now. The closest thing we had to set play and to something that was even close to this is Fairy with Gigi. That's it. So yeah, freaking Zoe's gonna be sick, man.